What's up, comic book junkies? Back for your fix. And you're going to get it this time. I got a lot of good girl Golden Age books here, just like the title of the video says. But I have some other stuff too. So just to wet your whistle, I'm going to start off with this one. Realistic Romances. And I didn't put any information on here. I don't even know what number it is. But I saw this beautiful book. Oh, it's number 3. But when I saw this, quickly looked at some more issues in the run. There was another one just as good as this, but they wanted just quite a bit of money for that. I think I got this for $22 shipped. And it's worth every penny. Just a really cool cover. So, does that wet your whistle? Right. Good girl. So just stay tuned. So next, this is kind of a good girl cover. This is a book that's been on my list for like 3 years. I've been looking for a copy for less than $50 because that's all they ever list them for. What else can I say about this? They're always in low grade. I think the highest that I've seen since this listing was like a 2.0. This was a 2.5. And I check new listings. I'm always checking hour to hour new listings on Golden Age. This one came up for $14.99 shipped. Boy Detective, Vice Lords of Crime. Number 2, October 51. Check it out. Kind of a weird cover. I mean, there's a young kid, looks like he's 15. That girl looks like she's got to be at least in her 20s. And he's just defending her with all guns blazing. $14.99 shipped. The reason I tell you the price on this is not to brag, it's to inspire. So that you know that you can find these Golden Age books for cheap. You just got to be patient and you got to look. Like I said, I've been watching this book for like 3 years. Okay, so story behind this. Now, this book came up. The auction was ending. It was a beginning at $35, but it was coming to a close. Nobody bid. Shot them a make-it offer for $30, and they took it. It was like $33.50 with shipping. Now, I didn't know a whole lot about this book, that it just looked gorgeous. And if you go to my Instagram, you'll see that this book looked a lot worse when I bought it. And I fixed it up. Pressed it out. Now, the centerfold did come detached at pressing, but still, this book is in such high grade that it's really not going to affect the price of the book. I think that I talked to someone, the highest this can get is a 7.0 with a detached cover. But sometimes we make mistakes. I did. I counted the pages on here. It says 52 pages. Counted them twice, came up with 46 twice. Was a little irritated, not only because of that, but there was a couple more books that were shipped that I opened at the same time that weren't protected, and they were high-grade copies. So I shot the lady a message. It was kind of rude, I'll admit. And I did a recount on it. Then I found out the pages were all there. And I crawled to her with a tail between my legs, asked her for forgiveness, if she could forgive me for being rude to her, and she said yes. And she also said she had more Golden Age books that she had not listed. Would I be interested? I'm like, oh yeah. So she shot me a file with the pictures and stuff. I got to choose what I want. I won't lie, I picked the best stuff out of it. But I did see Send Away or a free promotional book. I know That Roger from Etterog, he likes those books, so he got that one from her. So here's what I got. I got this for $2, $2 or $5, I don't remember. Nice copy, too. This is number 3 from October 1951. And this is Ross Andrew and Mike Esposito art all through the book. I do have issue number 1, so I was happy to get number 2. And then I got this. One of these I got $2, one I got $5. I'm not sure. So this is Danger is Their Business, number 11 from 1952. And you know, I couldn't find a month on this book anywhere that I looked. But the coolest thing is there's a date stamp on the back top left cover that says April 4th. So I thought, hey, that's cool. What else can I say about this? It's from the A1 series, if you know anything about that. Magazine Enterprises anthology. They did different story issues, titles throughout the whole A1. So this would be A1 number 50, number 11. I don't know why it was number 11, because I think Danger was, their business was the only issue out of that. Happy to get this. This is the last issue of Ace Comics. You can see it has Phantom on the cover. Now, I thought that these were quite expensive, but they're really not. But they are scarce. People don't want to let go of these issues with the Phantom on the cover. I got this from her for $10. The cover is detached. The centerfold is detached. But I don't care. Now, back to some good girls. So I did get these two from her for $10. Tip Topper number 3. These do go for quite a bit of money. This one is probably $3.5. It has a hole through the cover right here, but it presents really nice. And if you know Nancy and Sluggo, that's their Aunt Fritzy right there. Now I got number 1 in a high grade. This book probably retails around $140. Everything's attached. Everything is, it's really nice. It's probably a 7.5, maybe an 8. Really happy to get that for $10. I think that paid for the whole lot. Kind of a weird cover. I mean, you got this woman in a bikini and a kind of looking kid who's actually her boyfriend looking inside these little Nickelodeon things. Tip Topper number 1. So that was it from her. Hopefully she'll have some stuff in the future. Happy to get these. So when these showed up on eBay for $35, I think it was around 38 shipped. No. Actually, no, it was $36.50 shipped. These are EC Comic Westerns. It's a low grade. You got to see it's got some staining on it. It's got some tape on the back cover. But that's a Johnny Craig cover right there. Very iconic. And that is number 6. But this was the prize. This one's in a lot nicer shape. It's number 12. But when you read any hardcover books on the history of comics, and when EC comes up, usually you'll see this cover. And when do you ever see a Western cover of everybody smiling? So this is from November 1949. And this is a Graham Ingalls cover. Very iconic. Very nice grade. I pressed it out. It was... Actually, the spine is really weak right here because there's no top staple. And it's not missing. It was never put into the book. So you got one here. And it's kind of like a spiderweb of tangle between the back and front cover. So this had a spine roll in it. And I was like debating whether to press it out or not because I did not want to break that cover loose. So I put it on a really, really low heat, and I moistened the crap out of this book. And I bent the spine over and pressed it with my fingers really gently, really slowly. I never popped the cover, and I was so happy with that because it looks so much nicer with that spine roll removed. Now this grease pencil was really, really dark. That's the best I could do. I'm going to try to work on it a little more with a magic eraser, which... if you like to clean comics, got that at the Dollar Tree for $1. The original. And I'm going to try to clean this up some more. Man, I can't say enough. This is so beautiful, but we got to move on. Pick this up for, I talked the guy down from $67 to $37 shipped. Electric chair cover. And I just got this out of the press this morning. Everything is attached on this book. There are some tears on the cover and some tears on the spine, but the staples are holding, the centerfold's holding, so happy to get that. Man, I paid $105. This was on an auction. No one ever bid on this. I was like shocked. I researched this book. A lot of the ones I found were in lower grade, and they were asking $300, $400 for this book. And if it was CGC'd, it was up to like 5 to 6. It's a Alex Schomburg cover, Wonder Comics number 7, and it's a good girl cover. Yeah, baby. And the red dress and the blonde hair. So I posted this on Facebook, on several different sites, and I had different people asking me if I wanted to sell this. And I'm like, no way. I'm sure I could get it double my money easily. This is from 1946. I had my eye on this. I was debating because it was $195 starting auction, and then buy it for $125. So I was like, I thought, you know what, I'll watch it, and that way I won't spend as much money if I don't get it. But I ended up getting it. Then this, I was talking with, oh man, who was it? Someone on Instagram. We were messaging back and forth about the Spirit, and he got some newspaper insert comics from a guy, and I'm sorry, buddy, I can't remember your name. This popped up for $20. I jumped on it. It doesn't have a back cover, but I never owned a copy of Spirit anyways, and I didn't want the newspaper insert. I wanted the actual comic book. This is from Quality, and that's number 11. This is from 1948. Okay, back to the good girl. I know you guys have been waiting, saying, Nighttiger, the title of this video is Good Girl. Where are these books? Dude, this came up. I have not seen this issue ever for sale, and I have not seen it since for sale. This is number 23 from 1949, November. Blonde hair, red dress. High grade copy for $50 shipped. I was all over this book. This is for the PC. Oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful cover. I have grabbed a couple more different issues, some other good girl covers from this title that are coming, and I got them for way less than this one. But it's not 23. I have never seen this one up for sale before. Okay, this was a low grade copy, pressed it out. I paid like 20, I think less than 20 shipped for this one. Exposed number 9. Another blonde hair, red dress. And that's because that really pops on the cover. So you'll see that quite often. July 1949 by DS Publishing. DS Publishing has some really cool titles, but none of them ever lasted very long. I think they may last. This probably was one of the ones that lasted the longest. They have some cool westerns, crimes, horrors. Okay, so the last, I saved the best for last. Jack Kirby. I'm sorry, Simon and Kirby, but Simon was the one who hired him. Headline Comics number 29. Nice high grade copy. Blonde hair, red dress, again. Simon Kirby. Art inside and on the cover. And I got number 17 coming. Really high grade copy of that from April 1948. And this actually has some Jerry Robinson art in it also. So there's your Good Girl fix. Stay tuned to the channel. We got more coming.